I just got back from a 30-minute walk, and waiting for me in the studio is 1, 2, 3 deliveries, and I'm absolutely shattered. It's good to keep hydrated. Let's get on with showing you these products. Now this is the first one, and this is from Poweradd. So a big thank you goes out to Poweradd. This is one of their 65 watt 6-port USB chargers. So these come in really handy. And in fact, the third product I've got just hidden down here, I'll be able to use this for. So this looks really cool. Very, very well priced. I love the colouring on this one as well. So what we've basically got is a little unit like this, and we have got 6 ports? Yep, 6 ports along there. These are all USB charging ports, and then a power cable goes in here. Should have the power cable inside the box, which we have. So a UK power cable. Now this type of device, I've got quite a few of these dotted around. I've got a couple in the studio. I've got one in my editing room as well. In fact, the one in the editing room is velcroed to the side of one of my desk cupboards, and it just allows me to charge things very, very easily. Now, as I say, I'm going to be able to use this Poweradd charger on the other products I'm going to show you shortly, so you'll see this in action. Now the other product is also from Poweradd, and I'll leave links to both of these products and the third one in the video description. This has got a 1.8 meter cable attached, rated 13 amps, 3250 watts. It's got 3 USB outputs, 2.4 amp and also 1 amp. And this is really useful. It's surge protected as well. And I just love the Poweradd products because they're such great value for money. They never charge a lot for their products. They're just so well made and very useful and well thought out as well. Now inside this box there's a little card, and on one side it says happy, and then on the other side it says not happy. Well, with this product I am definitely happy. It's a very, very good product. Let's have a look. This is just super useful. So we've got 3 3-pin sockets on here, so I can plug in 3 devices, and then I've got 3 USB charging ports. Now 2 of them are 1 amp ports, and the other one is a 2.4 amp port. So you'd use that for something like a tablet device or something that needs a higher rated output. And it's just super useful. I've got another 2 of these actually in the studio, and I'm planning on putting maybe this one at the back of the desk that I'm sitting at now, so that I've got really easy access to all of these different outlets and ports. Very, very good device indeed. You'll see this in action very shortly as well. And then the last product I'm going to show you today is my new Apple Watch. Let's think about that. My new Apple Watch is not even dispatched yet, so I'm actually just teasing you. This is the new Fitbit Blaze, and I've been so looking forward to this. As you probably know, if you watch my videos regularly, I use this at the moment. This is the Fitbit Charge HR, and this is my new fitness tracker, the Fitbit Blaze, which is a really nice looking device, and I went for the one with the blue strap. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so here we go. This is the Fitbit Blaze box. So you can see some of the specifications on here. It actually tracks steps, distance, active minutes, calories burned, workout stats, measures sleep with a silent vibrating alarm as well. Pure pulse technology for continuous heart rate. Displays calls and texts and music control. So this looks very, very good indeed. So let's get this unboxed. I need my little knife for this. So we're just going to cut through the plastic. There we go. Wow, looks super cool. Very, very excited about this because I love my fitness trackers. So this is the actual Fitbit Blaze. Wow, it's very light as well. Let's just take this cover off. Very cool. Liking the strap as well. It's like this blue silicone rubber, but it's got a nice texture to it. Traditional buckle, which I like to see, with a brushed sort of silver finish. Fitbit branding just there. So there we go. On the back, you can see we've got the heart rate sensor and then 4 little contacts there, which are going to be used for actually charging the device. And then we've also got these little quick release tabs on the actual watch band. So I'm going to try and get hold of some separate watch bands, maybe some third-party ones, and we can see how they look on the device as well. Then we've got a couple of buttons on this side and a button on this side for interacting with it. Let's see if it's got any power. It has got some power, so we're straight into it powering up. Whilst it's doing that, I'll show you what else we get inside the box. So we've got a little setup guide, and inside here we have got some get started information and some safety instructions and warranty information. Then we've got another little box here, and that is pretty much it in the packaging. There's nothing else inside the packaging. So inside here we have got what looks like the USB cable. Very easy to open up. Nice packaging, Fitbit. Love it. Very, very cool. So this is the actual charger. Now, I've seen some other videos on this, and a lot of people weren't that keen on the way they've done the charging. So instead of it being a magnetic sort of charging cable, we've got USB on this end, and this is a cradle, and you actually have to remove the Fitbit sensor from the watch, and then we actually place that into here. So every sort of 4 or 5 days you've got to remove that little module, place it in here and pop it on charge. And we'll try that in a short while, because I told you I was going to show you these Poweradd devices as well. So here we go. This is actually powered up now. So it's asking me to set it up. Very nice screen. Very bright. We've got a full colour screen on here as well. So let's go through the setup and then we can see what the actual user interface looks like. So here we go. This is all set up now. It did need an update straight out of the box, which was very easy to do. I've got 17.5 centimetre wrists. I went for the large size, and as you can see here, I'm on the 4th smallest hole, which is absolutely fine. Very, very comfortable indeed. And as you can see, as I raise my wrist, the display comes on. And the display is gorgeous, very sharp, nice and clear, and just looks superb. Really, really happy with it. Now, it does do notifications, so I can swipe up and you can see a notification that came in via text, and I can swipe that away or just hide it for viewing later, so that's really nice. I can also swipe across to my activity for today and then tap on that. And of course, I've only just put this on, so it says 0 steps, and it's also not picking up my heart rate at the moment. And then if I go back using this button, I can swipe across again to the exercise panel, swipe across again to FitStar, which is built-in exercise routines, and then swipe across again to timer. We've got alarms, and then we've also got settings. I'm assuming in settings I can turn the brightness on to a higher setting, so it's on dim, normal. What else can we do? Oh, here we go, maximum. So that's on maximum brightness now. Let's go back to the main screen. Wow, that is super bright. Very, very bright indeed. In fact, I'm going to put that straight back down to auto, because I was more than happy with it in the auto setting. There we go, that's back into auto. We've got heart rate settings, shutdown, etc, etc. And I'm assuming you can use these buttons here for navigating through. They're bound to come into play on some of the screens, but really very, very pleased with how the screen looks. Now, the application is of course the Fitbit app that we've seen before on my previous videos, except now we've got some additional settings for the Blaze itself. We've got silent alarms, notifications, and also clock faces as well, so we can change the clock face. There's only 4 to choose from at the moment, but at least we can change them, and I dare say more will come with time. And then we've got music control, synchronization control, quick guide as well, and of course music control up here. So really a lot of extra features in the Fitbit Blaze. Now, I mentioned to you also I was going to show you these other products from Poweradd actually in use. To charge the Blaze, we need to remove it from our wrist, like so, and then we need to pop this middle segment out, and we simply just push on it very gently and it pops out of the bracelet and holder. And now we can actually put this into the charger. So this is the charging cradle, and it opens up like so. We pop the Blaze in and then we simply close it down, and that is it inside the charger. And these are the two Poweradd products. Now obviously you don't have to use them in combination like this. You can use this one plugged in separately, or you can use this one plugged in by itself as well. But the beauty of both of these is I can plug this in to one of these charging ports and it will start charging my Fitbit Blaze. And I've also got access to 3 normal 3-pin power sockets as well, so very, very useful device. And then of course, if I didn't have this power strip at the back and I just had this plugged into the mains, this gives me 6 USB charging sockets, and again I can plug this in and it starts charging. Very, very cool indeed. So super useful, both of the products from Poweradd. So I do recommend them. And I'll leave links to all of these and the Fitbit Blaze in the video description. So let's take this out. So when you finish charging this, you simply open it up like so. And then you can pop it back in to here. You have to make sure you get it the right way round to align the buttons. And you just simply push it back into place, and that is it back in place. Now I'm really pleased that I went with the blue one. This is my Charge HR in the black. I normally go for black in fitness trackers, but because you can change the bands out on here, I thought I'll be a little bit daring, go for a little bit of colour. I like blue, obviously matches the jumper that I'm wearing at the moment, and this is just a super fitness tracker. I really do like it. It looks like it's very well made. I like the way they've done this as well. I didn't think I'd like that, but I like the way they've done this holder. It gives it sort of a bit of an industrial design, and it does of course look like a smartwatch, but it is still a fitness tracker, and I can get away with wearing this with a traditional watch on my other wrist. So there we go. It is all set up and ready to go. Very, very happy with my choice. I'm glad I went with the blue band as well. I think it looks really nice. Now I obviously haven't used this to give you a full review. My early impressions are that the build quality is really good and a lovely screen. And what I'll do is I'll give you an update in about a week or so's time. I'll let you know how it's been working with regards to battery life. It's also meant to automatically recognise certain types of activity and exercise. I'll let you know how that works as well. And also the FitStar feature, where it gives you some guidance in particular exercises. I'll let you know what I think of that. But I want to leave you with this message, and it's quite a personal message really, because a few years back, before I'd ever used an activity or a fitness tracker, I must admit I was very surprised at how inactive I was, and indeed I did have some health problems. And when I got my very first fitness tracker, which happened to be a Fitbit, it was one of those ones that you clip to your belt, I was super surprised at how little I actually moved around during the day. And that's because I had the sort of lifestyle where I was working long hours. A lot of it was desk-based work, and I didn't think outside of that. I just got into a routine, and that in itself, just purchasing that very first fitness tracker and seeing how little I did, gave me the encouragement to get out and walk more. And that was sort of the first step into improving my own fitness. And since then, I've made sure I get a decent amount of steps every day. I've set up silent reminders if the device that I'm using doesn't have them automatically, to get up and move every hour. And I also make sure that I do some proper exercise as well. And since doing that, I felt a whole lot better about myself, and I have more energy as well. And touch wood, that will continue. And it's thanks to devices like this that they've encouraged me to do that. Now, it's all well and good saying you can do it without a fitness tracker. Of course you can, but you need someone to give you a nudge every now and again, and you need something maybe to remind you of your level of activity. And that's where these come into play. They're really good. I really do like the fact that these exist now. We live in this sort of technology-driven time where we've got access to things that can measure things like heart rate, steps, amount of stairs climbed, what quality of sleep we're getting. It's absolutely fantastic. So my message for you is, if you haven't got one of these, then you don't necessarily have to get this one which is towards the higher end of the range, but just get a pedometer which you can buy for a few pounds, or get one of the cheaper Fitbits that you can sort of put on your belt or clip onto something, or buy something like the Fitbit Charge without the heart rate sensor. They're very reasonably priced as well, and it certainly does encourage you to get up and get active, and I'd like to encourage you to do that as well. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.